the main frustrations for a candidate is that organizations have a chronically long process, and that's including the considerable number of interviews that they are going through in order to get the job or not get the job, and also the charity work. And I call it charity work because it's free labor. That's what I call it. It's a thing I can say, but this is the closest thing I can say to not call it slavery. So the charity work that organizations are now asking candidates to do an assignment or a work task for them to prove that they have the skills for the role. So those are some of the major frustrations amongst, and also the cram job description. The cram job description is, I saw a LinkedIn post from an IT leader a little while ago, and it said basically hiring leaders in IT. And it listed a whole requirements such as, it listed a whole bunch of different computer languages, Python and all the different languages. I don't know them, all the different languages. That's not one person or one role. That's a whole IT department. So those crammed job descriptions where you're asking for the kitchen sink in this one person, and anyone that is a senior person or has experience, they recognize that that's a lot for one person to do.
Right.
And then they look at the salary range and they're like, that's not enough for that salary range. That's something that's frustrating, because they may want to work for your company, but that's an indicator to them that you are going to have these expectations that really can't be met by one person. So you're almost setting them up for failure. So it could be discouraging. So that's a frustration, as well as the flip side, a very generic job description where you're not telling them anything. And then hundreds and hundreds of people apply to that role. But you're not really saying anything in this job, but what is this job? So, and if you're a mid-level if you're an experienced person, you're going to look at that and say, this company doesn't know what they want. So at a certain point, you're going to get those entry-level people. But if you want people with experience and know what they're doing, they're going to look at these job descriptions, these job postings that you're putting out there, and make a judgment call and say, they don't really know.